The knock came at midnight, soft, repeated, reluctant. I opened the door and saw her, my niece, drenched to the bone, lips trembling, clutching a backpack too small for the weight she carried. Rainwater traced her face like she'd already cried herself dry. She said, "I don't live there anymore." That was all she managed before collapsing into me. My sister-in-law, Sarah, the woman who smiled through lies as if deceit were perfume. I wrapped a towel around the girl, sat her near the heater, and listened to the silence between her sobs. 5 hours in the rain, 11 years old, locked out of her own home because someone decided her existence was inconvenient. When she finally fell asleep on my couch, I stared at her small hand, gripping the edge of the blanket like it was her last anchor to safety. "Understood," I whispered to no one, and I meant it. Sarah had always been cruel in disguise. Sweet enough to fool my brother, sharp enough to gut him quietly. My brother, Daniel, was gone, dead 2 years now. A quiet accident, they called it. Since then, Sarah had kept their daughter out of my reach, controlling every visit, every call. I thought it was grief. It wasn't. When I called her that night, voice steady, tone polite, she laughed softly. "Oh, she ran off to your place? Of course she did. She's dramatic, just like her father." Her father. The way she said it, distant, practiced, made something shift in me. I didn't argue, I didn't threaten. I just listened to her breathe through her smile. Then I hung up. That's when I decided to dig. Not out of anger, out of necessity. Because something in her voice told me this wasn't cruelty, it was erasure. I began with quiet things. Old family photos, legal papers, birth certificates. Her name wasn't listed as guardian. A man named Edward Cole was. I traced the signature. It was fresh, written with an ink too new to belong to the dead. Forgery. Then came the whispers. A teacher at my niece's school mentioned a new father's name on the contact form. Same Edward. I visited her house 2 streets over, stood in the rain, just watching. No lights, no sound. Then a man stepped out, locking the door behind him. Tall, expensive watch, comfortable in a house that didn't belong to him 2 months ago. I followed him to his car, memorized the plate. A quick search gave me what I needed. Sarah's coworker, divorced, childless, wealthy. It wasn't hard to guess the rest. I collected proof quietly. Screenshots of her bank transfers. Photos of her with him at dinners that didn't include mourning her late husband. And a set of emails, one from her lawyer discussing termination of shared custody. She wasn't abandoning my niece. She was erasing her father's bloodline. 3 days later, I visited. She opened the door with that same bored grace. Expensive robe, glass of wine, half smile. "Oh, it's you. Yes." I handed her an envelope. Inside were the documents. Her forged custody forms, the bank statements, the photos, the email trail. She flipped through them, lips parting slightly, the color draining from her face. You've been spying on me?" "No," I said. "I've been paying attention." The air shifted. Her glass trembled slightly before she set it down. "What do you want?" "To make sure she never needs to wait in the rain again." Her eyes filled, but not with remorse, fear. The kind that comes when someone realizes the mask no longer works. I already did." I slid another paper onto the table. Full custody transfer, filed that morning. Her signature, perfectly copied from her own forgery. She stared at it, frozen. She tried to speak, but words tangled around panic. This is illegal." "So was what you did." I leaned forward, voice low, calm. "I sent everything to Edward's ex-wife. And to your boss. She'll love the part about you and him embezzling company funds for a new start." Her breath hitched. "This isn't revenge, Sarah. It's correction." She reached out for me, desperate now. Please, don't ruin me. I looked at her hand, perfectly manicured, trembling. You already did that yourself. Then I left. No shouting, no drama. Just the sound of rain hitting her doorstep as the door closed between us. My niece sleeps in the next room now. She laughs again, softly, cautiously, like she's testing if it's allowed. Sometimes she asks when she can see her mother. I tell her, not yet. And she nods, like she already understands that not yet really means never. At night, I sit by the window, watching the rain slide down the glass. There's no satisfaction, no warmth, just silence. But silence is good. It means control. It means she's safe. Sarah called once, blocked number, shaky voice. I listened for a while. Then I hung up. Some things don't need words. Because when you truly understand what someone is capable of, you stop needing to forgive them. You just say, understood.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.